Hello, today is the 22nd day of May 2013. It is a Wednesday. My name's Derek. Welcome to today's video, focusing on that of silver bottoms. Now, the last silver chart video I did was on this big, large green candle day, the Monday session, which I don't even know what the low is. I used Netdania. It was stating 2005, a couple other sites, including FinViz, Freestock Charts stating 2025, as well as another one, and investing.com on the high 20s around here. So I'm just going to use the 2025. I don't think it matters too much, but what's interesting is we're taking the Fibonacci from the 3540 high. That's the QE infinity highs from last fall. Since that point, of course, down 37%. Okay, you increase the money supply, that's inflation, and you get an immediate deflation in price. So that's why you might be deciding to say bottom call, because when we look at the quarterly chart later on, it's just looking like it might reverse the trend, but we'll get to that in a moment. So I stated in here that I like the move quickly regaining and going back above Friday's close. Friday's close is right in here. Had it rallied up to here, I would not have liked it so much, but it went a lot higher than that. So it might have been telling us that a bottom was in or near. I don't know yet, but since that point, you had a correctionary day, something I would have expected. But interesting period today, as we can see that it managed to make another test of this Fibonacci level that obviously pulled back. And it did pull back quite fast. The volatility for today, 5.15%. So volatility, of course, is high. On that hourly chart, to show what happened, this is the top in here, which took out the most previous high. Breaking above this newly rising band is what it had done, and then it fell not only to the band but below it. And this running average actually is working fairly well. This is a running average from the $20 lows on Sunday morning, showing that you had a test of that level while it was rising. There's the rally, now another test, and really just having a hard time within this, breaking through, thus stating that maybe this rally is going to fail on us on the short-term period. It wouldn't surprise me if that was to be the case. So we look at the quarterly time frame. Obviously, it has made it to this previous resistance point from 2008. It has not made it to this Fibonacci retracement mark of 1895, which would pretty much be the new level. Breaking down below 20 would be about 19, and that's about another 5% push, which also matches in with this resistance level. Probably an area that you could consider calling bottoms. Now, even if you call bottom at some area and it goes lower, you could still get credit for it. For example, what happens if you call the bottom in here? And we have a perfect chart for that, which would take us back to the 16th day of September 2018, 2008. Just ignore that 2018, I guess. Okay, anyway, within this, this chart here, you would have been seeing that you had to move up to 21, down at this point half its value. So if you're speculating at around 10.5 at this stage, well, you might say to yourself, it's just so cheap to buy. And yes, it may go down lower for a little bit, but, well, it's just so cheap. Obviously, it was correct at this stage. Now, it did go down to 8.5, and it did take over a month to get there at this time frame, but it still worked out. Now, just imagine buying in here. If you bought here and have done nothing, at least within that purchase sense, you would have witnessed a major downfall that would have lost over half your value. Then you would have seen it rally back up within the same range you were in before, making it a small loss. And then 2010 October, you have the nice breakouts. You end up going to 50. You're better than double. and now of course you're barely up, or you're pretty much at your same support area. All I'm trying to say is that if you did buy in here and you waited, it looks as if it could very easily, it had worked for you, and it probably still should work for you. Now, not all the times you call bottoms in a situation would it work. Let's go back to 1981, and this is on June the 5th. So we had a situation here of silver going from $1.27 up to about 50. Fairly fast as well. And you see the significant size moves that can take place. Going from $1.27 up to about 7. That's many times over. And then breaking the resistance of about 5, going to 50, 10 times gain there. You would also at this time be down about 80% from that high. Someone might say, well, I wanted to get in here, I missed the run up, so I guess I should buy now, which would make me wonder why you didn't buy back here. Now, if you looked at this and you were to call a bottom, you might say, well, I just want to be safe. Yes, I know it might test this level, but that's a big decline. It's still underpriced for 1981 at $9.99. But even if you had waited for 515 Fibonacci support, what would have happened is you would have bought near the low. The low was like 350. And of course, you're much higher now. But you would have had to wait over 2 decades to experience gains where investment opportunities would have passed you by, whether it had been stocks or many other different things, gold not included at that time frame. There's also another reason to state now, of course, because of that move, we can definitely assume that the worst might be getting close to over now, because we've had a long consolidation period. And let's just go back to the quarterly just to show more, because we had this long consolidation period that we get little blimps in the dust, sort of like what this would be here. This was a time frame where people were not educated about fiat currencies, myself included. They never even considered silver to be an investment, let alone even know what the price of it would be. Things have changed, of course, within this time frame. Therefore, again, you buy in here, you worked out well. If you bought in here on these retracements, it worked out well. If you bought in here, there's still a very good chance it's going to work out well again. Of course, if you're trying to time the market now, good luck to you. Take care.